Elon Musk just ended production of 2 of Tesla's most iconic cars to build 1 million robots a year. China already has a female robot so human that engineers had to cut through her skin with scissors to prove she wasn't a real woman. Which one actually wins? This isn't the future anymore, it's unfolding right now. Let's break this down round by round. Human likeness. China's female robots. China draws first blood here, and it's not subtle.
Xpeng is no longer teasing the future of humanoid robotics.
At Xpeng's 2025 AI Day, the company unveiled its next-generation Iron humanoid, and the fallout was immediate. Iron walked on stage with a feminine silhouette, full-body synthetic skin, and a gait so natural that over half of all online comments accused Xpeng of hiding a real woman inside. So, Xpeng proved them wrong. CEO Xpeng came back the next day, had an engineer cut through Iron's synthetic skin with scissors on stage, and peeled it back to reveal the mechanical skeleton underneath.
Never done such a live procedure before. But the decision paid off. The moment viewers saw the internal design, it became clear the machine was real.
The robot then walked across the stage with its bare metal leg exposed for the world to see.
Apologized to the Xpeng Iron robot, saying he hoped this would be the last time they would have to prove it was real.
But the specs aren't what matter here, the intent is. Iron wasn't built to lift boxes or weld car frames. Xpeng designed it to feel like someone you'd want around. Touch-sensitive skin covers the entire body. A 3D curved face display shows real-time emotions. The skin is engineered to feel warmer and more intimate. Xpeng calls it huggable. Xpeng said buyers will choose their robot's sex, body type, hairstyle, and clothing the same way you'd customize a car. He said robots will become life partners and should act more like an intelligent human. But Iron isn't even alone anymore, and this next part is what almost nobody is covering. Take DroidUp's Moya, unveiled in early 2026. Her face shifts through dozens of micro-expressions, smiles, winks, subtle eyebrow raises, driven by tiny actuators hidden beneath the surface. She holds eye contact while you talk. She nods when she's listening. Cameras behind her eyes track your face in real time. And then there's her strangest feature, body heat. Moya's surface temperature runs between 32 and 36 degrees Celsius. That's real human warmth. You could hold her hand and feel it. DroidUp says her gait is more than 90% similar to a real person. She's modular, owners can customize hairstyles, facial features, even body shape. She costs $173,000. And she's built for companionship, not factory work, not logistics companionship. AheadForm, a Shanghai startup founded by a Columbia graduate, has built robotic faces so realistic they keep going viral. Their Origin F1 uses 25 micromotors under bionic silicone skin to produce lifelike blinking, scanning, and facial reactions. It reads your emotions before you've finished expressing them. AheadForm's founder predicts robots will feel almost human within 10 years and walk and work like us within 20. Then there's Sherry's Mornine, China's largest car exporter with iMoga Robotics. Over 220 androids already deployed at dealerships across China and Malaysia. She greets customers, conducts showroom tours, and serves refreshments, powered by DeepSeek AI. Already working, already earning revenue. Now here's the number that changes everything: over 13,000 humanoid robots shipped in 2025. Roughly 87 to 90% from Chinese companies. More than 140 manufacturers. Over 330 different designs. This isn't one company anymore, it's an entire ecosystem. The Chinese government set the target: mass-produce humanoids by 2025, dominate globally by 2027. Now look at Tesla. Optimus doesn't try to look human. Bare metal visible actuators, no skin, no warmth, no face that smiles. The most emotional thing Optimus has done publicly was hand out candy on Halloween. When the candy dropped, it picked it up. Tesla never confirmed if that was autonomous or remote controlled. Round 1 goes to China decisively. Round 2, price. This is where Tesla punches back. At the shareholder meeting, Musk was direct. Once production scales, the target is a $20,000 production cost per unit. That figure is locked into his trillion-dollar compensation package approved by 75% of voting shareholders. One milestone to unlock the full payout, selling 1 million Optimus robots. China's premium female robots aren't cheap. Iron is estimated around $150,000. Moya costs $173,000. EX robots' androids exceed $200,000. But the broader ecosystem undercuts everyone. Unitary already sells a full-size humanoid for $13,500 and a compact model under $6,000. Chinese manufacturers shipped 36 times more units last year than American rivals combined. Tesla wins the price target on paper. China is winning on the shelf right now. Round 3. Availability and scale. One number frames everything about 2026: 50,000. That's how many humanoid robots analysts expect to ship globally this year. A 700% jump from 2025. Tesla started Gen 3 Optimus production at Fremont in January. Initial capacity is 50,000 to 100,000 units yearly. Several thousand should deploy inside Tesla's own factories by December. Next Gigafactory Texas, designed for 10 million units per year. Nobody in robotics has attempted that kind of scale. But Musk's timeline problem showed up again. He promised 10,000 robots in 2025. Didn't happen. Gen 3 was supposed to be revealed Q1 2026. On March 31st, the last possible day he posted, it needs some finishing touches. Don't count China out. What's happening there is just as aggressive. Xpeng broke ground on a 110,000 square meter robot factory in Q1 2026 bare dirt to mass production in 9 months. China's robotics sector logged 610 investment deals totaling $7 billion in 9 months of 2025. Chery already has 220 androids deployed across 2 countries. The infrastructure is built, they're filling it. This round is a draw. Tesla has the bigger blueprint. China has the faster engine. Round 4. Emotional connection. This round decides who wins in your home, not in the factory. China's entire approach bets on one idea: people won't adopt a robot unless it feels human. Every design choice backs that bet. Iron offers customizable sex body type and skin. Moya radiates body heat. AheadForm's robots read your mood before you show it. Maureen makes eye contact and pours drinks at dealerships. These aren't machines pretending to be human. They're machines built so you forget they're not. And then there's Musk's response. He has said a Catwoman-like variant is inevitable. He's polled followers about Catgirl robots. He posted, naturally, there will be a Catgirl version of our Optimus robot. He keeps bringing it up year after year, and the distance between joke and product roadmap shrinks every time. China designed for connection today. Tesla is still designing for labor. That gap matters more than either side admits. But here is where it gets genuinely unsettling. Musk says Optimus will eventually host digital human consciousness through Neuralink. China says their robot already fools people into thinking she is human. We are not talking about robots anymore. Let that land for a second. On one side, you have a country mass-producing female robots with warm skin, emotional faces and bodies designed for intimacy robots that are already being deployed in public spaces where real people interact with them every day, sometimes without knowing they're not human. On the other side, you have a man who wants to copy your mind and put it inside a machine. Both paths lead somewhere we haven't been before. And neither side is slowing down. Round 5. Future potential. At the shareholder meeting, Musk described Neuralink capturing a rough snapshot of somebody's mind, memories, personality, thought patterns, and uploading it into an Optimus body. He said it's definitely physically possible. Timeline under 20 years. He referenced Kurzweil's predictions about digital immortality. He described Optimus performing surgery better than the best human surgeon. He floated replacing prisons with robots that follow offenders and prevent crime. He called it an infinite money glitch and a civilization scale multiplier. But China has what Musk doesn't proof right now. Xpeng is deploying iron in malls and dealerships this year. Chery has 220 more 9 units working across 2 countries. Moya is heading to market. AheadForm's robotic faces go viral every few months with increasingly unsettling realism. No trillion-dollar promises, just machines making people forget they're looking at something artificial. So who wins? Nobody, not yet. China leads right now. Their robots look more human, the ecosystem runs deeper, prices fall faster, and their female humanoids already fool crowds into believing they're real women. No Western company has matched that. But Tesla claims the long-term intelligence edge. Musk is betting that vertical integration, self-driving neural networks, custom silicon Neuralink brain interfaces, and massive-scale manufacturing will make Optimus not just a better robot, but a different category of machine. One that doesn't just walk like a human, but thinks like one. Maybe even remembers like one. The real question isn't which robot is better today. Tesla says they will win on intelligence. China says they will win on scale, price, and human likeness. Which robot would you actually want in your home? And which country wins this race in 10 years?